Those in charge of the newspapers should really consider what makes something newsworthy and publishable for their greater audience. Why are we exposed to irrelevant information in news when important and relevant news can easily take its place?
This article that was found on NBC Connecticut's website is about a stolen truck that was carrying 180,000 eggs in Florida. Why do we care about Florida's egg truck being stolen? Nothing in this article affects our lives in any way. It is irrelevant to our lives and even in our state. This article was found on the Connecticut Post's website. It talks about a program that plans on expanding pre-kindergarten in our state. Our community should be hearing news like this that can affect our families and friends. This is a hopeful news article, and it strays away from the disastrous news out there.
How does it affect your life? Like, what kind of stories affect your life?
Mostly local stuff, I guess. I mean, I'm affected on the world news, but not as much as the local news.
Are you from Bridgeport?
No, Trumbull.
Trumbull? Do they have their own newspaper?
We do. It's like an online newspaper now.
And have you seen any articles published in the Trumbull newspaper that you're like, why is this in the paper? Like, I don't really care about it.
Sure. It's a lot of like arguing between the local politicians.
So like debate.
Yeah.
So you don't like politics.
This article, which was featured on the New Haven Register's website, is a good example of relevant information that has been broadcasted to a wider audience. This article is not breaking news or hard news that must be known by all Connecticut citizens, and a much more relevant article could easily replace it. This is an example of a relevant news story. This article was featured on the Connecticut Post website and addresses the greater community. This article focuses on the rebuilding of Harding High School, where the General Electric buildings once stood. It affects students, parents, teachers, and educational staff within the Bridgeport school system. This could easily replace the sandwich story.
Okay. Do you think news affects you personally, like everyday news?
Yeah.
Why or why not?
Yeah, because they give you those commutes, the weather, it's a whole bunch of different things, especially if you're into stocks and stuff like that.
Have you ever seen like ridiculous news stories that you look at and you're like, who cares?
Yeah, I have. I've seen a lot of those. It's like, I mean, there's a lot of things that goes on that people need to know, but there's a lot of things that they put on the news that really people don't really care about. It may be something small, but they put it there anyway just to get covered their timeline.
Whatever you do, it should be short because people's attention spans are becoming shorter, and it just has to be right to the point, and they have to know right away, just the headline, why it's going to be important to them. I mean, I disagree. I was actually reading your paper, and I was reading an article about it was skinny people. No, the reason I actually liked it is because I could kind of relate to it, and it's like you don't necessarily know all of your demographic here. It was a lot of them do live in Bridgeport, and maybe they do live next to somebody who's hoping to get a flock of chickens, and I'd be pissed off, to be completely honest. I'd relate to that story, and I think more so, why would I care? But I understand that other people are going to be interested in that, and it really is all about the demographic you want to go for, as a whole, right? Which is kind of important to choose. You kind of want to target people. You can't just target Housatonic students in general because we're so diverse.
Yeah.
There's old ones, young ones, You should probably go for the young people.
People
Actually, the old people,
who
they read
live in
more.
Bridgeport, people who live in Norwalk, people who live in Trumbull. We got a vast amount of people, and so when you do pick your demographic.
Yeah, true. I'd talk a little bit more about sports, just because that's something the average guy can hold down a conversation. It's something that they're willing to read a little bit about.
Yeah, our attention span also, when it's
exciting
us,
you don't even need to,
yeah. Our attention span, goes out a little bit more than,
Absolutely.
if it's pertinent, but it's really dragging out.
Well, you just gotta accept that not everybody's gonna read it, and it's hopefully it'll help the people who do.
Yeah.
And that has to be enough for you.